Today we're joined by Belabbes Benkredda, the founder of Dubai Debates. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start out by talking about some interesting news for the electronics market here. Could shake up the whole system. Apple has just introduced the first online store for the UAE. Now, I think customers are going to be very happy with this. Not only will they be able to save a bit of money, but also things like customizing Macs, getting extra hard drive, something you often had to wait for 2 months with some local retailers. Now you can get it in just a few days. So why do you think Apple have decided to introduce this now?
Because the UAE is a very important market, and obviously it has to, you have to have a critical sales figures in order to actually establish such a store in the market. I'm not sure if engraving the iPad is going to make a meaningful change in my life, but certainly it's very helpful to have the store. And I guess a lot of people were surprised when yesterday suddenly you got an email from Apple saying, "Welcome to the UAE." So I think it's a good development. Certainly prices are going to come down because the retailers, not only will they have to match the extra offerings that Apple is throwing in, such as the engraving and the great call center service, but also, the prices are actually lower. So I think we're going to see a significant change.
Absolutely. I mean, I was actually surprised how much lower the prices are. In some cases, hundreds of dirhams. I think people do also like their engravings, their little spoilers in this region, particularly with their products. For me, I've always wondered why it's taken Apple so long to embrace the region. I mean, I know we're a small market, but we're certainly one which loves our technology, loves our mobile phones, loves our tech, and it's something I've kind of been waiting for. And if anything, this seemed like a natural announcement that should have come earlier.
Look, as far as I can see, it's the only market of its kind in the Middle East, the only Apple store of its kind in the Middle East, and that's a big thing, actually. There's Saudi Arabia next door, which is a big market. They don't have such an Apple store, so it is really a testimony to the importance of the UAE market, without a trace of a doubt.
Mm-hmm. So overdue, but good news for the market as a whole.
Absolutely, yeah, and we'll see how it plays out, because literally, what the situation will be probably looking at is people going to the malls and so on, checking out their devices, and then they'll end up ordering them from Apple. So in order for retailers to avoid that kind of scenario, they're really going to have to lure the buyers with some extra goodies,
It's interesting. I don't think e-commerce has picked up here as much as in other regions, but I think
it hasn't. But I'll tell you one thing. I guess the kind of clientele that Apple looks at is probably very tech savvy, and they'll openly embrace the idea. So I think it's a very smart move.